Vice President, Education.
Thank you, Tony, and welcome to everybody. We have some returning students with us today. Can I ask you to stand up, please? Thank you for coming. I'm guessing for some of you, you haven't been on campus at all. So we're so thrilled, as Tony and Lisa both said, to be open again and to have classes on campus. And please know that we're here for anything that we can do for you. And those of you new students, if you scoped out somebody who's returning and you have any questions, they're always a good person to ask. I just wanted to share a few thoughts with you, so please bear with me. First of all, it is such a pleasure to welcome each and every one of you, and parents and friends and significant others that are here today to thank you for all of the support you've given all of the incoming students. It's been a journey for some of you, and it's come to fruition, so we're absolutely delighted. Please remember, FITM puts a student at the center of everything. It does. Your experience here and your success is important to each and every member of the staff and faculty who are here. Your arrival at college marks a brand new chapter in your life, but this chapter will be a bit different. The preceding chapters were largely written by others, parents, guardians, families, teachers, and the like. Now you're the principal author of your next chapter. You have the opportunity to determine the direction, the plot, and the tempo of your story. This can seem as daunting as it is exciting, as challenging as it is empowering for each and every one of you. The great thing is that you're doing something that you have chosen to do, not something that was chosen by others for you to do. And while you're here, you'll have the opportunity to learn many new things, acquire new knowledge, develop new skills, and enhance your personal attributes in profound ways that will equip you for life after college. At the same time, you'll make new friends who will become your friends for life. As Tony and Lisa both said, many, many lifelong relationships start here, and we're so excited to be a part of that. And you'll share your memories with those FITM students for many, many years to come. The week and for the next few weeks, you're likely to be bombarded with information, and I'm conscious of the danger of adding information overload to you. Nevertheless, let me give you 3 pieces of advice that have served me well. 1, take responsibility for your learning. Up to now, most of your learning, and indeed your life, has been very structured. The objective was clear, to graduate and to go on to college. Most of you here today have followed a precisely defined curriculum. Now that you're entering the less structured environment of the college, where you will have greater freedom and the responsibility that comes with that. So please keep that forefront in your mind. It's now all of your responsibilities to plot your course while you're here. Others who have come here by different routes, but you too have worked to get here. The important point is that each of you, irrespective of how you got here, has earned your place at FITM. What you have achieved up to now is now behind you. You've turned a new page, and this page is blank. Now it's up to you to write the script, not only for college, but for the rest of your life. You all should have received a QR code for the Career Center. One of the most important things you can do is use that QR code, get your information into the Career Center, and take advantage of the opportunities there. Many of you bring special skills with you, special experiences that can add to your professional life while you're here. Meet your advisors and your coaches and learn what the opportunities are. You will now be expected to be much more self-reliant. You're responsible for what you do, for ensuring that you do the work that will be required of you. There's no one to check up on you for most of you to find out, did you do your homework? How's your project coming? Have you been to the library? Make sure you attend your lectures, labs, take advantage of the tutorials. There are many, many online which will be very, very supportive for you. Do your assignments and read the material advised by the faculty. The quarters go so quickly, and we beg of you, don't get behind because it's really hard to catch up. Ensure that you make enough time for your private study, develop your own study plan, go to the library, and use all of the online learning resources available to you. And while we expect you to assume a new level of responsibility, please realize you are not alone. If you find things difficult, don't run away, seek help. You have a community of 500 people here who are here to make sure you succeed. Use us. There's never a question that's too silly or too small or too absurd to ask. Part of being responsible is to recognize when you need support. Talk to all of us. Talk to your classmates, roommates, and your friends. Be sure you get phone numbers and for someone else in your classes just in case you missed something or maybe you didn't understand a point and they can help you with it. We know that peer support contributes hugely to student success. And I also want you to know there's an abundance of support services available to you on campus. Contact your student advisor, your career center coach, your education advisor, and the personal counselor and your department chair and director. Get to know them. They're vital to your success here at FIDM. Most important, understand that while we expect our students to become self-reliant, we're here to help you. You are not alone. Number 2, make the most of your time while you're here at FIDM. It goes very quickly. One of the greatest things about college life is the range of new experiences that will be available to you. You'll have abundant opportunities to flourish as a student and as a person. Make sure you read your newsletter, that you know what's going on campus. Take advantage of visiting with the different clubs that are here for different areas of interest. And there are many speakers here. There are many things going on that we'd love to have you take advantage of. Many of these opportunities are built into your program while others are extracurricular. Most of you have an internship and will work in the industry. What you learn in the classroom is applied in the workplace, which in turn gives you a deeper understanding of what you learned in the classroom. It's an incredibly enriching experience that few other students will enjoy in other institutions. In addition, you'll have the opportunities to participate in study tours to Asia and Europe, many of which are included in the advanced study programs, others which are extracurricular. Please be sure you stop by the study tours area during the fair. You'll hear all about our student activities, events, and clubs, and I strongly encourage you to attend those events. Again, we know that availing of extracurricular opportunities is linked to high-quality student engagement and success. Getting involved expands and helps your learning. Lastly, embrace difference. You've come from different backgrounds and communities to pursue your ambitions as students. It can be tempting to stick with the familiar. That's especially true with respect with people who you associate. But it's a lost opportunity to stick with your own all the time. Embrace difference. Attend some of the different clubs where maybe you're not sure if you have an interest or not. You never know what's out there. It could be someone from a different part of the country or from another country who's here on an exchange program. You might not or might not choose not to change as a person by embracing difference, but at least it gives you a better understanding of both yourself and those who are different. We live in a wonderfully huge global society, and we want you to understand and embrace that. So, just to recap quickly, take responsibility for your learning, make the most of your time here at FIDM, and embrace difference. And with those few words of advice, I wish you every success at FIDM. I'm confident that you'll find it a rewarding experience. Again, I'm Barbara Bundy. I'm the Vice President of Education, also the Director of the Museum, so I need to put in a plug for the museum. We have our Bachelor of Arts thesis presentation in the gallery right off the rotunda. Please take a minute, it's all virtual, to go in and take a look at what the graduates of the Bachelor of Arts in Design program have done. Enjoy your time here. My office is also on the second floor. If you take the elevator to 2 and turn left, just keep walking and walk right in. I'm delighted to welcome you here today and wish you every success in your experience here at FITO. Thank you.
Students, I'll tell you, I swear to God, if I keep going on, it'll make you cry. And I'm serious. It just is such a weird feeling. I'm going to wait a couple of minutes and then I'm actually going to start. But I would ask you guys to do me one huge favor, and I know it's really difficult. If you could please turn off your phones and iPads or whatever it is so they don't ring in the middle. I would really appreciate it. Okay? I work really hard on
So the
this.
fastest way we respond them to email, so while you here, they can be clear, they can be very
I'm also going to stand up front and take off my mask because I can't give a presentation without you guys seeing my facial expressions and my hands. I mean, that's like part of the verbiage, right? And now, Vanna, also known as Vanna, she's going to handle my PowerPoint for me, mostly because I'm so nervous about how to get in and out of YouTubes and TikToks and then back to the PowerPoint. And I don't want to make it worse of myself as a very first impression. So I have hired Iona for a cookie for her to do this for me. So if it gets screwed up, everybody blame Iona. Okay? All right. Normalcy and equity. Definitely more positive and uplifting. As you can anticipate what lies ahead, coming out of the pandemic, it is truly a defining moment in your educational prowess, as well as your future careers. When I think of your generation as a whole, the first word that comes to mind is entrepreneur. Have any of you heard about Ryan Kaji? Right? He's the kid that reviews toys. Right? You guys come on and sit down. Find a seat. Come on and sit down, please. There's a couple up here too. Okay. Well, at the ripe old age of 11, he is currently worth about $50 million, having started at age 5 or 6 on YouTube. Wow. Now that's some inspiring stuff. So before I begin, I'll try to yell louder than you guys chat, which is fine. Let me share some of my background with you. First of all, my name is Mrs. Marcus. I started my career by packing up my Toyota Corolla after graduating. Come on in, you guys. Find a seat. There's a couple up front here. Come. There's a couple up front here, too. I don't want you to stand for a whole hour. After graduating from the University of Arizona, Tucson, if anybody's from Arizona, and with a degree in fashion merchandising and promotion with minors in business and speech. Started off in a department store called May Company, executive trainee, was there for a little bit, went to no longer existent. Then I went to a department store called Broadway, which also is no longer existing. It's been bought out by Macy's, and I was an assistant store manager, a store manager in 2 locations, and then I was vice president of stores. And then after leaving Broadway, the store that finally you will have heard of is Sunglass Hut. And I was a regional director for them, and I had the entire state of California, Nevada, and Hawaii. So if you got to work, Hawaii is not a bad place to be. Wow. And then it is now I have the opportunity to educate students about the business of fashion. It has been my truly good fortune to be part of the FITM team for over 22 years. I teach here, I taught here, I'm not going to do that many classes going forward, in merchandising and marketing. And I'm also the manager of special projects for merchandising and marketing. So I do things like orientation, I do 3 days of fashion. I do all things National Retail Federation. I do everything DECA. I do whatever extra goes on within merchandising and marketing in the college, I am responsible for handling. You know, that time frame, honestly, at 23 years seems somewhat unbelievable. You guys come here, there's a couple seats. It has never ceased to astonish me as I reflect on the wealth of knowledge that many of you come with. Regarding the amazing and exciting industries you have chosen to participate. In the not-so-distant future, the most rewarding part of teaching here at FIDM is watching the student become the professional and having them share with me the incredible jobs and companies that they begin their careers with. When asked to speak about trends, ideas, and innovations in the business and fashion worlds for an hour no less, part of me was concerned about how I was going to fill the time. Those of you whom I will have the pleasure of getting to know will quickly learn that I am seldom at a loss for words. And then the reality hit me. How do I even begin to communicate all of the amazing and outrageous things in our industry that are occurring today and will be occurring in the future in only an hour? As I reflect back on my career as a retail executive, I could not even begin to imagine the immense changes that have taken place in our environment. The industry is changing by the nanosecond, and in the next hour or so, I'd like to share with you only the tip of the iceberg. Just as a point of reference, I think any CEO would agree that there has been more accomplished in the first 5 weeks after the pandemic than what could have been accomplished in 5 to 10 years, due to the agility with which our companies had to react in order to be successful. So, I decided that today's presentation needed an entire overhaul from what I have shared during past orientations. I am not going to focus as much on the big trends, such as overviewing details of what reshaped the focus of the customer, technology, and social media as an all-inclusive topic, sustainability or mobile commerce, as I am speaking to an audience full of digital natives. Rather, we will discuss the specifics of Gen Z and how the current environment has specifically impacted all of you. Okay, next slide, please. Perfect. Okay, ooh. Why didn't you guys tell me you couldn't see? Okay. What should I do? Should I come this side? Okay. Yeah, see, she's also my producer. Okay, in addition. Wait a second. Perfect. Okay. So, today's agenda is going to include globalization, the omni-channel focus, social commerce, influencers and genuine influencers, social justice, the circular economy, a case study, Pac Sun, and then we're going to close talking about the roaring 20s. Okay?